Good morning, class. Today we are going to talk about chapter number 2, that is exponents. So, first of all, let us discuss what are exponents. We have already learned that 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 can be written in the exponential form as 2 raised to 4, where 2 is a base and 4 is the exponent. It is read as 2 raised to the power 4 or even 2 raised to 4. Now, if x is a rational number and n is any positive integer, then a raised to n is equals to a into a into a n number of times, where a is the base and n is called the exponent or the power. Now, here you can have any number as your base and any number as your exponent. It can be any rational number, and your exponent can be any integer numbers. For example, 5 raised to 3 means 5 has to be multiplied 3 times. 5 into 5 into 5, that is equals to 125. Now, negative integral exponents. What do you mean by the negative integrals? For any non-zero rational numbers, when you have a raised to minus n, or when you have your exponent as negative, it is known as negative integral exponents. Now, how to convert the negative exponents to positive? You have to take the reciprocal of the given number, where n is any positive integer, which implies a raised to minus n is the reciprocal of a raised to n. For example, 5 raised to minus 3 is equals to 1 upon 5 raised to 3. Whenever I shift my a raised to minus n, or whenever I take the reciprocal of my base, the power becomes the positive. 1 upon 5 raised to 3 is equals to 1 upon 5 into 5 into 5, that is equals to 1 upon 125. Now you need to remember certain points. Let a upon b be a rational number and n be a positive integer, then a upon b raised to minus n is equals to b upon a raised to n. Now you have your exponent as negative. If I want to convert my negative exponent to positive, I just have to take the reciprocal of my base. So a upon b, the reciprocal will be b upon a. And the multiplicative inverse of a is a raised to minus 1. In general, the multiplicative inverse of a raised to n is a raised to minus n. Whenever you are given or you are asked to find the multiplicative inverse of any exponent, what you have to do, you just have to change the sign from the exponent from positive to negative or negative to positive. And if you are asked to convert the powers from negative to positive, you have to take the reciprocal. Next, you have laws of exponent with integral powers. You have first law, that is, if a is a non-zero rational number and m is any two integers, then a raised to m into a raised to n is equals to a raised to m plus m. Now note one thing, that here this rule is applicable only if you have same base with different powers and a multiplication sign in between. What you are supposed to do, if you have the same base, you just have to add the powers. For example, 3 raised to 4 into 3 raised to 5 gives 3 raised to 4 plus 5, that is equals to 3 raised to 9. In another example, 7 raised to 2 into 7 raised to minus 4 will give you 7 raised to 2 plus minus 4. Plus minus makes minus, so you have 7 raised to 2 minus 4, that gives 7 raised to minus 4. Now next you have the same conditions. With same conditions, you are having a raised to m divided by a raised to n, that is a raised to m minus n. Here again the base are same, the powers are different, but there is a change in the sign, that is division. When you have division sign in between, you have to subtract the exponents, that is m minus n. 4 raised to 4 divided by 4 raised to 5 is equals to 4 raised to 4 minus 5 equals to 4 raised to minus 1. Similarly, you have minus 2 raised to minus 3 divided by minus 2 raised to 5, which gives you minus 2 raised to minus 3 minus 5, that is minus 2 raised to minus 8. These rules are applicable when your base are same and powers are different. Third rule, if a is a non-zero rational number and m and n are any two integers, then a raised to m whole raised to n is equals to a raised to m into n. Here, when you are asked to do this kind of situation, you have to multiply the exponents. For example, 4 raised to 4 whole raised to minus 2 gives you 4 raised to 4 into minus 2, that is 4 raised to minus 8. 7 raised to minus 6 whole raised to minus 2, which gives you 7 raised to minus 6 into minus 2, 7 raised to 12. Next, you have, if a and b are non-zero rational numbers and m is any integer, then a into b raised to m equals to a raised to m into b raised to m. Here you are expanding this, so the exponent is applicable to both the base, and you get a raised to m into b raised to m. 5 into 7 raised to 6 equals to 5 raised to 6 into 7 raised to 6. Minus 4 into 3 raised to minus 5. So you have minus 4 raised to minus 5 and 3 raised to minus 5. Next you have law 5. If a and b are non-zero rational numbers and m are any two integers, then a raised to m upon b raised to m equals to a upon b whole raised to m. When you have the different base with same powers, you can take the exponent common and you have the base in brackets. That is a upon b whole raised to m. For example, 11 raised to 3 upon 8 raised to 3 can be written as 11 upon 8 raised to 3. Next, if a is a non-zero rational number, a raised to 0 is 1. For any number, raised to 0 is always 1. You can have a as any rational number. Minus 56 raised to 0 is 1. 2 upon 5 raised to 0 is also 1. Next, you have if a and b are non-zero rational numbers and n is any integer, then a upon b raised to minus n equals to b upon a raised to n. Again, you are converting the negative exponent to positive by taking the reciprocal of the base. 3 upon 4 raised to minus 5 is equals to 4 upon 3 raised to plus 5. Now, you have use of exponents to express the numbers in the standard form. A number written as a into 10 raised to b is said to be in standard form if b is an integer and a is a decimal number such that a lies between 1 is less than or equals to 10. It should be a single digit number or a decimal number. If the number is less than 1, then the decimal point is moved to right so that there remains only one digit on the left of the decimal. The number given is written in the product of the numbers so that obtained are 10 raised to minus n, where n is the number of places the decimal has to be moved to the right. Let us see examples. Before that, you need to note certain things. Very large numbers can be expressed in standard form using positive exponents and very small numbers can be expressed in the standard form using negative exponents of 10. Convert 0.000008 into standard form. When you are asked to convert this, how many digits you have after the decimal? There are 7 digits, so we put 7 zeros in the denominator. So you have 8 upon 10 raised to plus 7. When you shift 10 raised to 7 from denominator to the numerator, according to the previous laws, we have 10 raised to minus 7. So this is in the standard form and your a is less than 10. Convert 162500000000 in standard form. Here after you have total 7 zeros, so you need to write 1625 into 100000000. Now if I convert 1625 into decimal, or I put my decimal here, I need to multiply it by 1000 as I am shifting my decimal from 5 after 5 to before 6. So I have 1.625 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to 7, which according to the laws, first law, if I have the same base, I can add the power. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So I get 1.625 into 10 raised to 10. This is how I convert from usual form to the standard form. Now if it's given in the standard form, how to convert it into usual form? I just have to do 6.7 into 10 raised to 5. So that is 6.5 into 1000000, that is 6,50,000. This is how I convert. Now you need to keep certain things in mind whenever you are asked or you are shifting the decimal from any place to the right hand side. We have the exponent as negative, and when you are shifting the decimal from any place to the left hand side, we have the exponent as positive. That's all you need to keep in mind about this chapter. Thank you for joining with us.